You're watching Channel 4 News with news anchor Sarah Zimmerman and field reporter Rosemary Hugan and historical expert Catherine Flannery.
Sarah, it's rolling.
I don't believe you.
No, really.
Oh, hello and welcome. You're watching Channel 4 News. I'm Sarah Zimmerman with field reporter Rosemary Hugan. Tonight's top story, the French Revolution. This is a big event in our country. There has been a lot of anger over unfair taxation in our country. The government is taxing poor people and allowing nobles and the church to not pay taxes. Some examples of this are requirements to work on public roads and obligations to the church. Also, there have been horrible weather conditions lately that have ruined the year's harvest, such as hailstorms. The lack of food has skyrocketed food prices, caused widespread hunger, and angered many people. After a blowout at the Estates General, the Third Estate formed a National Assembly and met in an empty tennis court and made the tennis court oath. They swore that they wouldn't give up until a French Constitution was established. This has sent some shock through our country. These are all responsible for the French Revolution, and now to our reporter in the field, Rosemary Hugan.
I'm Rosemary Hugan, here live on the scene of the storming of the Bastille. This is a big event, Sarah. There's some angry people here, men and women, all trying to gain freedom from the Bastille, which is a prison. Oh, look! Here's one of the people now. Sir, do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Well, of course.
Why are you doing this?
Well, we're all pretty mad here. The government has been abusing their power, so we're storming this place to protest the oppression of the monarchy.
So, what exactly are you trying to accomplish?
We are going to free 7 political prisoners and steal guns. I think it's going to turn out quite well.
Alright, sir. Thanks for the insight. Here you have it live from the Bastille. Follow up. Hundreds of people were fired upon and killed. And now to Rosemary Hugan at the Palace of Versailles. Thanks, Rosemary. Rosemary Hugan here, live on the scene of the March on the Palace of Versailles. There are a lot of angry women here, and I sure wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that one. Oh, look! Here's one of the women now. We want grain! Hello, ma'am. What exactly is going on here?
Well, there is a rumor that Maria Antoinette is holding grain inside the palace. How could she do this when none of us have enough food because of the darn hailstorms? So me and my fellow strong women have decided to storm the palace and give her what she deserves.
Oh, what are your intentions here? What do you hope to get out of this?
Well, let me tell you. We want her and the kingdom, and we want that grain. Hopefully, we can get them to move the pounds.
Thanks. And one last question. May I ask how you're feeling?
I am in a glass case of emotion.
So that's that. The women are taking Versailles. Some intense stuff is going on, and back to you, Rosemary. Thanks, Rosemary. That was very fascinating. I'm here live on the scene of the execution of King Louis XVI. A lot of voting and decision-making went into this. The monarchy was recently suspended, and it has changed a lot. Oh, look! Here's the executioner now. Hello, sir. This is obviously a big event. What led up to this?
Well, it was a journey after the National Assembly voted to suspend the monarchy. They had new elections where everyone could vote as long as they were men.
Alright. So, how exactly did the idea of executing the king happen?
Well, the National Assembly had a trial for the king and sentenced him to death by one vote via guillotine.
Thanks so much for the information. Do you enjoy executing people by guillotine?
Yes, because 60% of the time it works every time.
There you have it, folks. This is a turning point in our country. From Channel 4 News, stay classy. And I'm Rosemary Hugan.
Hi, I'm historical expert Catherine Flannery. A lot of change has happened during this revolution. I could see Napoleon Bonaparte being appointed to the position of First Consul of France. He'll probably be given unlimited executive power. I predict in that in light of these events, we will no longer have absolute monarchs who claimed their right to rule came from the gods. They will now be constitutional monarchs, also in my professional opinion. This could spawn a French Empire under Napoleon's leadership that would encompass most of the Europe and serve to spread principles of the revolution.
Neck, or no, Sam. Where's around your neck? What is this? One. Oh look, here's one of the women now. Hello, ma'am. What exactly is going on here?
Oh, my script.